welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today is Saturday the 10th of September. I do apologise in advance for my coughing and my wheeziness. I've got a chest infection at the moment, which isn't great, and I do apologise for the lack of videos on my YouTube channel. My life is absolutely hectic at the moment. So I've got 10 days. No, I haven't. I've got 9 days left until I go back to Turkey for 5 weeks. So I thought I would do a little update video on the front garden, and it's the first nice day in, oh my god, probably 10 days. We've had the most torrential rain, winds, everything. We went from beautiful sunshine to autumn very quickly. So I thought I would just take the chance to make this video today. And well, you won't see because I've just done a lot of weeding. I've just mowed all the grass. The grass is actually starting to turn green again now, which is nice. But I had 2 whole bin bags full of weeds, grass and colocasias. You probably can't notice now, but earlier on today the colocasias were taking over. So I've just cut off all the limp ones, the ones that got sun damaged in July. So it's looking a lot more kept now. So the colocasias are absolutely huge. I mean, this is the size of my hand. And these were from Farmer Gracie. I got some last year off eBay, and they were quite small. They never actually got very big, but these Farmer Gracie ones have taken off. I've taken off quite a few. I don't know if you can see the old stalks that I've taken off. These ones are just as big. They're absolutely ginormous. You can see I've cut off 4 on this one, and I think 2 on this one. They were just taken over. And like I said, I'm very out of practice with these videos. My Ensete is looking nice. It's looking a bit torn up from the winds and the rain. My Washingtonia Robusta, I was just in here a minute ago weeding, and I cannot believe the size of this thing. For this being such a small plant when I planted it in June, I mean, the size of the trunk already, let me get down here, is already massive. This is definitely my fastest ever Washingtonia Robusta. Got lovely, lovely redness in the trunk. So that's doing really well. I think I've got, how many pups have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Musabaju pups on my banana, which is good. That one's not quite as, I don't actually think I've got any pups on this one. I think this video is going to be a bit erratic by how I'm just going around. But yeah, I haven't got any pups on this one yet. Like I said in previous videos, this one went in probably about 2 months after this one went in. So this one's had a lot more time to put out some babies. The coleus are looking wonderful. I did have a lovely array of Lobelia Cardinalis, Queen Victoria there, but because of the amount of rain we've had, the guttering up here, when it used to spill out, it would fall down here at such a rate, and it would damage, I mean, all this damage on my canna leaves here and here is all from the rain of how much it came down, and they all just got snapped. Now, they were looking really nice, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. In here, I don't know if you can see, it's my little bungalow palm. So that there is his new frond coming out, which I'm really excited about. The Fatsia has not stopped growing this year. It's just getting more and more leaves. I mean, there's still new leaves being pushed out. Just taken back the roses. The sago palm is still looking lovely. The bacopas this year didn't really do what I wanted them to do. I think the white ones that I had out the back garden did a lot better last year. But I found the bacopas, even the blue bacopas I put out at the back, haven't done as well as the white ones. So I think next year I'm going to swap the pink and the blue back to the white, because the white just did so much better. And in the last couple of weeks, my sun patients have decided to bloom. It's only taken, what, 2 or 3 months for them actually kick into growth. I've got another lot under here, which is nice. I thought they were just not going to do anything this year. So it's actually nice to see that they are doing something. My Tetrapanax is starting to take off now. It was only tiny when I planted it. Let's see if I can get these busy lizzies out the way. Yeah, my Tetrapanax is looking really nice. My Camarops cerifera, Camarops humilis cerifera is looking really nice. Got plenty of pups coming on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think at least 4 or 5 pups on that one. And I'm just trying to think. Oh, something that I actually thought of the other day, and you can't really tell as much now. These 2 geraniums I bought at the same time. They were exactly the same. The variegated kind, and you can see on this one the variegated leaves, but this one has started to turn back to green. You can see what it should have been, and this one's starting to turn green now, which I've never seen before, which is interesting. Do excuse my coughing. So since my last update video, my queen palm has started to push out a new leaf, which is really exciting. I'm actually surprised of how much, even though they're really tiny, don't get me wrong, with what I've read online, I didn't expect them to do anything really. This was quite an experiment, just putting them in the ground. So they've put out quite a few leaves this year. I'm obviously going to protect this in the winter as much as I can to see if I can get it through, and hopefully I'll get a bit more growth next year. I'm just trying to think now. My crotons aren't doing anything. Can't even see them. To be fair, I forget I've even got them half the time. Little rows come out for a little cameo. Still got some lobelia under here that aren't looking the best. I do have a sago palm in here somewhere over there. I've just let the weeds sort of grow up in the back of this just for a bit of filler. You can't see them from the back, so I don't think there's any point weeding the back of the border. I've done all the border today because at one point you couldn't actually tell the difference from what was grass and what was garden. Let's have a look what we have under here. So I've got another Washingtonia robusta under here. This one hasn't put out as much growth. As you can see, the leaves are a lot smaller, or the fronds are a lot smaller, and there's not as much red on the petioles. So I don't know if that's a hybrid or, yeah, it's definitely not half as big as that one. They were probably the same size when I planted them. And I always forget I've got another Camarops under here that hasn't really done much. I think purely for the fact of this was so covered with colocasias that it's mainly in the shade, even though it's in the full sun, south facing. The colocasias did make a big difference in blocking out all the sun. If I can get underneath here, you can see my other bungalow palm, and this one is literally ready to open up this new spear. So hopefully I'll get to see that before I go to Turkey. This banana's looking good. The hydrangea is looking awful. That probably won't look anything better than this until next year. And my angel wings isn't doing much, but I think it's not seeing enough sun, so I might have to move that this next year. And these little rows always in the sunshine. He always likes getting in the videos. My dahlia happy days are looking lovely. Got loads and loads of new buds coming out. So when that comes into full bloom, that'll look absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of construction going on over there. In my last video, this freesia, what is it? Can't think off the top of my head. What am I talking about? Freesia, that's a cow, isn't it? Fuchsia was taken over. It was probably up here and out here, and you couldn't even see the coleus. So I massively chopped that back in my last video. But that's starting to come back again now, which is nice. The roses are still flowering. Oh, and I've actually got some patience and busy lizzies under here. I just wish this year that I had more coleus that had more pink in them. So I think for the colour scheme next year, I'm going to try, and I thought I'd added quite a lot of pink this year, but let me pan out. There's definitely not as much pink as I wanted there to be, and there's not as much red. Well, not popping red. I've got some reds here, like the Busy Lizzies, and some sort of corally colour, but I was expecting a lot more reds and pinks and more vibrant colours. So next year I'm definitely going to invest in more brightly packed colours rather than just greens and browns and muted colours. I mean, even the coleus, I thought the coleus were going to be a lot more vibrant than they are, but hey ho, this is just what happens in gardening, I suppose. I thought I would give you a little update on the potted Washingtonias. Still not looking great. They are starting to bounce back a little bit now that I've given them some fertiliser and they've not had as much water. But they're still looking quite shocking compared to what they looked like at the beginning of the year and what they looked like last year. They look very sorry for themselves, but whether I'm going to dig these into the ground or get these in bigger pots and cut the bottom off and let them grow from the pot into the ground, but I can't keep these in these pots for much longer, I don't think. But yeah, I think that is enough of my blabbering and rambling today. I hope you've all had a lovely day. I will just give you a little slow walk through the garden so you can have a real look. I will upload in the next day or two an updated back garden video for you all to see. Like I said, I am off to Turkey in 9 days. I won't be back till probably end of October, first week of November, and you never know, we might have had our first frost by then, so things might look completely different. So I thought I would take the opportunity. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. God, that was a bit of a tongue twister. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.